Hi, I'm Emma from Honeybuns Bakery here in Dorset. Thank you very much for watching and I hope you're all keeping well. Some of you might already know that we're running a series of these little mini videos, lockdown baking sessions. Today we thought it might be quite helpful to run through the alternatives to conventional flours that you can use in baking. At Honeybuns we only do gluten-free, so we don't touch any conventional flours, so we're quite accustomed to using different things. One of the ingredients that we probably get asked most about is polenta, and I wanted to show you this today in terms of texture and what it actually looks like. So polenta is a very finely ground maize flour, so it's naturally wheat-free and gluten-free. It's got a sandy texture to it, not to be confused with the blocks of pre-cooked yellow polenta that you can buy in the shops. This is actually flour-like substance that you add in replacement to standard flour. If I was asked what our favourite blend of flours is, I would say certainly polenta in the mix. It adds a kind of nutty flavour and a slightly nutty texture as well. It's not, I don't find it gritty at all, but that's because we blend it with ground almonds. Most of you will know what they are, quite familiar with them. The beauty of ground almonds is I know they're expensive, but the beauty is that they've got natural oils in them. They're packed to the rafters with vitamins, namely vitamin E, and they also have a natural amount of sugar in them, so you can afford to then bring your added sugar to your recipe down. So for example, if you were baking and replacing in a brownie recipe, for example, polenta and almonds instead of your flour, and you could do a 50-50 mix, that would work well. You can then afford to decrease your added sugar. I would try decreasing it by 10%, 15% and see how you go. And you'll be quite surprised at how much sweetness the almonds bring to the mix. So sorghum is the third part of our holy trinity. So we've got the ground almonds, polenta, and sorghum is a wonderful, wonderful general purpose alternative to regular flour. It is originally from Africa and Asia. It's a ground grass seed, naturally wheat-free, naturally gluten-free. We use it happily as up to 50% when used in conjunction with another flour. Some people do cite it having a slightly bitter aftertaste, but we've never found that. I think probably because we don't use it exclusively, we always blend it with something else. It's brilliant, really, really good. Naturally high in selenium as well, which is rated highly as an antioxidant. So we've got the ground almonds, polenta and sorghum, which we use in varying ratios. Again, if you want some advice and this is all new to you, just email thebee@honeybuns.co.uk and we're on hand. We don't have any other plans at the moment. Just get in touch and we'll do our best to answer your questions. The fourth one is ground flaxseed or ground linseed. You can get two types. This is golden. You can also get a dark one. I honestly can't tell the difference in flavour or taste. We prefer the visuals on this one. It gives a nicer, kind of lighter golden hue to baked products. The best way of describing it, because it's a milled seed, is that it's a nutty, nut-free flour. It gives a digestive, biscuity flavour, a kind of slightly toasty flavour to baked goods. Really, really handy. You wouldn't want to use this exclusively on its own, I don't think. It would be quite drying. So hence we blend it in. It works really well with the polenta, and really well with the ground almonds also. All of these you can get online from goodnessfoods.co.uk. I don't know, the only caveat being with all of the flours being quite hard to get hold of right now, I don't know what stock levels they've currently got, but again, please do email us, thebee@honeybuns.co.uk, and we can help you. We've got loads of stockists that we can recommend. I don't want to bombard with info on the video, it'll just be too confusing, but if you get in contact, we will happily share any info that we've got and try and point you in the right direction. Finally, these aren't flowers, but they are store cupboard staples for us, our pretty things. These are cornflowers. They are safely gluten-free, there's nothing added to them, and they're vegan also. 100% natural product, and these are beautiful for finishing off baked goods. They work really, really well with a chocolate topping. As do, we also use them on flapjacks as well, as do these. These are freeze-dried raspberries, as well as looking absolutely amazing. They taste gorgeous, really, really intense raspberry flavour, quite sharp, no added sugar to them. And these are available from Sous Chef, which is SOUS chef.co.uk. Do check those out as well. Again, any info that you would like, come to us on email. We have got our fabulous baking book as well. This is our all-day cookbook, and there I'm pointing this one out specifically. We've got two books, but this one goes into a lot of detail at the front on store cupboard ingredients, and walks and talks you through the different flours that we use, the ratios that we use, the different qualities of each flour, and also it goes into quite a lot of detail as well if you want to make something nut-free or dairy-free or vegan. So it's all highly adaptive and helps you get the most out of your store cupboard. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope it's helpful. Keep safe. Bye.